Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve here, Raiken Profit. Hopefully, you guys are having an amazing day. Let me get this camera situated. Happy Monday. Today's going to be a really cool video because I've been playing around with this new software that essentially allows you to be able to source books from home. So literally, you could be at home in your boxers, your underwear, your pajamas, whatever. You could be fully clothed. It's up to you. And you could literally use this software to find undervalued books on Amazon, merchant sellers, then to flip on Amazon FBA through the Prime program. So this is really, really cool. I actually just started experimenting with this software that I'm going to be demonstrating with you guys live a little over a week ago. So if you guys have been following the Raiken Profit YouTube channel, then you know that I've had Caleb Roth on the channel a couple of times. We talked about analyzing books, selling books on Amazon FBA. We talked about his scanning software, which is Scout IQ. And he's also the founder of another software, which is called eFLIP. And if you want to check that out, I do have a link in the description to a 21-day free trial to be able to play with it, which is really cool. But a lot of people were saying, Steve, we want to see you demonstrate it live. We want to see how it works. So literally over the last week, I've been learning it. I've been using it. I actually purchased about 5 or 6 books the other day when I finally got the hang of it. And it's really cool. I've been watching a ton of videos from people. So I'm pretty much going to bring everything that I've learned over the last week into this video. And I'm going to demonstrate it with you guys live. Like, I'm going to share my screen. We're going to use the software. We're going to find some books. And I'm not going to buy these books. So if you want to buy them, you can as well. I'm not here to make money. I'm here to just share the knowledge with you and bring to the table an opportunity that might be able to help you, because I know there's a lot of people who they're just sick and tired of having to fight at the thrift stores, or maybe they live in the middle of nowhere and it takes like an hour to get to their nearest thrift store, or maybe they just want to work from home, right? So this is a very interesting software. It's a very scalable model based on what I've learned so far, and I've seen other people having success with. My good friend Jim Pickens has actually had a ton of success with online arbitrage using eFLIP. And he has a whole course that he's created about this as well, which in the future, I'm probably going to promote it and do a review of it. I haven't checked it out yet, but I've heard good things. So this is going to be cool. This is going to be a very interesting, fun learning experience. We got Erickson Santos saying, I'm pumped. Thank you. This is awesome. And just to give you guys a little context, I was just at Starbucks with my mother, AKA Mama Profits, and she's really interested in this as well. So I just gave her an hour demonstration at Starbucks of how to use it, and we're analyzing deals. And I figured, why not? Why should I just leave it all to Mama Profits? Let's just do it live. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Again, there is a link in the description to a 21-day eFLIP trial. So if you get that, I'm also going to be throwing in a bonus Facebook mastermind if you go through that link in the description. So if you do get the free trial through my link, send me an email over at raikenprofit@gmail.com, and I'm going to send you over a secret Facebook group. And we're all going to go in there and we're going to network. We're going to mastermind about online arbitrage and using the eFLIP software. So if you have any questions, or you're just getting started the first week or so and you're trying to bounce ideas off people, get into that group. So get the free 21-day trial, go play around with it. I'm not sure if you have to put a credit card in or not for the 21-day trial. I haven't gone that far. I just went ahead and got it. So if you do, I mean, if you don't want to use it, it's all good, but at least get the free trial, check it out, and join the Facebook group. So let's shout some people out. Texas Scout Treasures in the house. What's up? Jamie says, how can you get the right price for Amazon? It shows more than 3 to 9 options with the same picture. We'll definitely talk about that. It just depends on your pricing model. Fernando says, let's do this. All right, awesome. So let's do this, guys. We have 74 people watching live. Let me share my screen. And I've got if you see me looking to the left, it's because I have my laptop open. So I'm going to be reading comments and stuff and sharing my screen. So if you can hear me and see me okay, let me know you can hear me and see me okay, just so I know that the quality is good. It appears to be good. Okay, so let me share my screen and let's just go through live and do some demonstrations. So this is the website right here. Again, if you're going to get the free trial, go through my link. It is an affiliate link, but again, it's 21 days free. So if you decide after the 21 days it's not a good fit for you, just cancel your membership. It's pretty easy. And again, you're going to get that bonus mastermind as well. So check that out in the description. But this is the website right here. It is eFLIP.co. And essentially what this software does is it's pretty much a filtering software. So you would input a certain criteria for what you're looking for, and it's going to go through and it's going to scan all of the books for merchant sellers. So essentially what you're doing is you're finding undervalued merchant books and you're selling them on Amazon FBA for a profit. So this is online arbitrage. The word arbitrage is essentially the art of essentially making a profit as a middleman. You're finding something that's undervalued. You're finding an inefficiency in the market. Okay. And that's how you're earning a profit. So this software is going to allow you to do filtering and scans of millions and millions of products to find exactly what you're looking for. So it's buying a merchant book, okay, maybe for $8, and then flipping it FBA for $35, $40, or maybe finding a merch book. Like what I've been doing is I've been buying books that were like 25 or 30, and then I'm going to sell them for 90, 95. But it's not just a guessing game. I'm actually going to be sharing with you how you can use real data on Camel, on Keepa, to take a look at graphs, to take a look at trends, to take a look at sales ranks. This isn't a guessing speculation game. This is actually something where you can back it up with hard, cold facts and trends and patterns to make smarter buying decisions. Okay. So that's essentially what this software is going to do. I do want to say, if you have a Prime account, I would open up another account that's not associated to your Prime. So like, for example, say you have one account that you do most of your buying with and it's a Prime account. Open a brand new account that doesn't have Prime on it, because I know Amazon doesn't like that. I've watched a couple of videos of people warning to not use your Prime account. So please do not start buying a ton of books on your Prime account. You're not allowed to buy Prime and then sell Prime. Even if you're buying from a merchant and you're not using your Prime, people have warned of using your Prime account, even if you're not using it. So hopefully that makes sense. Just open another account. Don't have a Prime account that you're going to be buying with, if that makes sense. So, let me see what else I can share with you here before we dive into it. I think the best thing I can do is just kind of show you examples. I don't really want to go through explaining the whole sales page. So, all right, Julie says quality is good. So let me dive in. Can you see my screen right now? If you could see my screen, please let me know. So I should be able to see my screen. Okay, cool. So it looks good. So here we are on eFLIP.co, and this is the software. Okay, so this is the software. To explain a little bit about what's going on here, there's a couple different things, like different filtering systems that you can use. You can filter through all the books. You could filter only through textbooks. You could filter only through CDs, DVDs, vinyl. As you can see, I don't have that. Right now, I pretty much have the books, textbooks, and outliers. So pretty much what we're going to be showing is just for books. So let's just jump right in. I've actually been using, there's two different ways that you can use this software. There's using like the all books and textbooks, or the outliers. The outliers is a little different and gives you a bit more data. This is just what I like to use. It does take a couple extra seconds to draw back your data, but let's just do some real life examples, and we'll just jump right into it. Okay. So it is taking a little extra time to load right now, just because we are on the internet. If it is blurry, make sure you go down to the gear and put it on high definition. Okay. So let's do some real life examples. I think that's the best way to kind of showcase how this software will work. Okay. So right here, this first thing is going to be the minimum price. Now you could change the different options down here to show the minimum price of like the first merchant, or you can show the minimum price of the third merchant, but we're going to just use the lowest price for the merchant. So what I'm going to be looking for is I'm going to be looking for books that are between $20 and $30. So this is going to filter all the books that are selling between $20 and $30 as a merchant that fit all of my criteria. So $20 to $30 is going to be the lowest merchant. Then I'm going to change this to FBA. Okay. Now I do want to say I'm still learning the software, so I'm not an expert. There's a couple, questions that I still have when I talk to Caleb, and we're going to get him on the channel to kind of do a live demonstration and whatnot. So I'm not an expert. I do want to say that I'm still learning. Like, this is my first week. I bought 5 books, so this isn't going to be perfect. This is just going to be kind of like an introductory to things. Okay. So I just wanted to mention that. So 20 to 30 bucks is what we're going to look for the first merchant price. In terms of the lowest FBA price, I only want to find books that are going to be selling between, let's say, 60 and you could actually change that, 60 to 90 bucks. Okay. So we're going to be, actually, we could go a little higher. Actually, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll just go $60 to $150. Okay. So we're going to be looking for books that the merchant price is 20 to 30 and the minimum FBA price is $60 to $150. Okay. That might not be the best setting, but I'm just going to set it as that for now. The buy box is the price that people see when they click right into a listing without having to filter through. These actually get the majority of sales. I don't think I'm going to mess with the max or the minimum buy box. I'm going to leave that the way it is. Minimum Amazon price, since I don't want to mess with anything that's too low, I'm going to put this up to 60 bucks right there. I'm going to search for books that are ranked between 0 and 1 million. And then right here is the e-score. This is essentially a proprietary score that Caleb Roth and eFLIP and Scout IQ uses to essentially tell you how many times a book has sold, I believe, over a 6-month period. So I'm actually going to keep this. I'm going to keep this at 6. I know Caleb was using the same filtering in his as well. So this is what we got. We're going to filter books that are between 20 and 30 bucks, lowest price as a merchant. The FBA price is going to be between 60 and 150. We're not going to mess with the buy box pricing. The minimum Amazon price is going to be 60. I'm also going to click this, which I believe will show offers that don't have Amazon as well. 0 to 1 million rank, e-score of 6, which means it's selling at least once a month. You might want to adjust that. And what I'm going to do is click search. Now, when you do use the outliers, it takes a little bit longer for it to kind of scan versus just using the textbooks or the all books section. So let's just wait for that to load. Jonathan says, for your information, this is not what it looks like for the 21-day trial. What does it look like for the 21-day trial? You might not be able to use outliers for the 21-day trial, which I didn't know. Let me know if that's the case. So Matthew Osborne is actually one of the co-founders of eFLIP. So maybe Matthew, if anyone has any questions, Matthew could probably help you. So, and again, if it's blurry, please go down to the bottom of the screen where it says settings, and you could change the quality of the video to high definition. You should be able to see it a little bit better. Jonathan says, whoops, never mind. I was not in the outliers tab. Yeah, so you got to go in the outliers tab. Okay, so we have found a bunch of books. It looks like we found, there's a lot of books that fit this criteria. So what we're going to do is I want to know right now, guys, if you want me to start going through and analyzing the deals live, I want you to type in the comments eFLIP. That's all you got to say is eFLIP. And if I see a bunch of eFLIPs coming through in the comments, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start choosing some books. And my goal is to find some deals. And what I want is for you guys to go in and buy some of them. If you're an experienced bookseller, I do want to say right now, I should have probably led with this. If you're a brand new bookseller, you've never sold books before, you don't really understand things, like, I'm going to be honest with you, you're probably going to lose money. Okay. Why? Because this is a bit more advanced. You're spending up. You're not paying $1 or $2 at a thrift store and flipping them for 10, 20, 40, 80 bucks for a textbook. Like, you're paying up. So if you don't know how to buy and sell books, if you're brand new, if you haven't been selling books for at least 3 to 6 months, I'm going to be honest with you, I would actually encourage you not to get the software and use it. I would say once you start to build a good foundation, look into it. But even Caleb, when I was talking to him behind the scenes, he's like, Steve, please tell your audience, this is a bit more advanced. I think Caleb, he had bought like 14,000 books using this or something crazy like that. And I know Reezy Resells is killing it, but this is a bit more advanced. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Even I've been selling for over 4 years. It's a little tricky. So I do want to say that. Okay. I don't want anybody getting screwed. But with that being said, let's dive into it. Let's start analyzing some deals. I see a bunch of people saying eFLIP. Okay, cool. Okay. So now you see all these books that are coming up that have fit this criteria, right? So this book right here, the developing person through the lifespan. The lowest Amazon merch price is $27.58. The lowest FBA price is $61.72. The used buy box is coming in at $61.72. So it looks like the FBA seller is getting that buy box. And then the new buy box is coming in at $200. Has a rank of 25,000 and an e-score of 172, which I believe that means it is sold 172 times in 6 months, or it's an estimate. Maybe Matthew can help me out a little bit with that. But again, guys, I'm kind of learning with you guys. I purchased my first 5 or 6 books using this the other day. So this is a learning experience for us all. I do want to say, when we go into the listings, if the 2758 isn't there, that means somebody already bought it. Okay. So I believe this software is updated a couple times a day. And if it's gone, it means somebody already bought it. Again, guys, if it's blurry, go down to the gear bar where it says settings and change it to high definition if it's blurry. Okay. So let's go in and see if this $27.58 offer is still there. And you're going to see a couple things happen. This graph is actually a Keepa chart. So I downloaded the it's called the Keepa Chrome extension. So if you download the Keepa Chrome extension, you'll actually see this chart pop up, which we'll analyze in a couple of minutes. But here's the book right here. You're going to want to ignore the rentals. Okay. So you're not going to want to look at rentals. This is not going to be in our, in our game plan. But there was supposed to be a book that was $27.58. I do not see it there, which means that somebody already snagged it up. So I'm actually going to click out of that. The next book is, there's a low merch price of $29.90, selling for $62.67. So I'm going to click into that. And it looks like the $29.90 was already taken, but I do see a good price at $33.90. Okay, so the lowest merch price is $33.90, and I do see a couple acceptables at $59 and $63, and the next good is $65.93. So this might be an opportunity to make a couple of bucks. Probably not enough wiggle room. I'd probably want to see that FBA price more towards, $80 or $90. But let's just kind of go through this example really quick and just analyze it for a minute. So right here, we are looking at a Keepa chart. Okay. Now this green is actually the sales rank. So literally every time you see this thing drop off, that means that there was a sale. So like right here, there was a sale. The rank dropped down to 95,000. And then you could tell that it didn't sell. It didn't sell. It didn't sell. There might've been a couple sales in there, and it went all the way up to 385 and it sold, dropped back down to 86,000. So this green is an indicator of the sales rank. And a lot of times when you see it going up and down really fast, that means that you're seeing a sale. So Keepa will actually do a couple things for you. You'll be able to check the rank over time. You'll also be able to check the prices of Amazon, of new offers and used offers. If you take a look down here under the calendar range, you can actually extend the range out to a year. So you can actually take a look back at August and September to see what the rank was looking like. And as you can see last year, this rank was ranging anywhere between 7 to 20 to 15. I mean, the rank got extremely low in August and September. And you even see the price shoot up to 50, 60 bucks up here, which isn't super high. I'm still kind of learning the graphs when it comes to the pricing, but you can see that the rank was really, really low during August and September, which is when, textbook season is. You could also see that the rank is getting very low. Even in July right now, you could tell that it's starting to trend into a really quick sales velocity, which is something that you definitely want to take a look at. This red line is the price over time. So you can see that the price really went up during school season. Then after school season, it really dropped off. It didn't even spike really for the January textbook season as well. And it was really kind of slow and steady for a while. Now it looks like the price is starting to go up a little bit. So definitely download the Keepa Chrome extension. It's free, and you can kind of get an idea of the rank and the pricing over time. So let's go through and analyze. Let's pretend that we're going to buy this for $33.90. And let's say that we're going to, match the next price, which is $65.93 in comparable condition. So what you can actually do is you can go over here. Okay. And what you could do, I want to just make sure this is the right book, McDougall, Little Advanced Math. Okay. So you can actually go in and say, all right, I'm going to buy this book for, what was the lowest price? The lowest price was $33.90. Let's just say 35 after, you know, if you have a placement fee or anything. If you were to buy that book for $35, considering all the fees and everything, and you sold it for $65, you would make $11.84, which is a 33.8% ROI on that book. But, you know, is this really something that you want to get into, right? Based on your, you know, on your research with the Keepa chart, based on the rank, because if you take a look right here, let's see, what is the rank looking like? The rank's really low at 38,000. There's not a ton of competition. You know, there are some other prime sellers, but there's not a ton of competition. There are a couple used offers a bit below. You know, you see this book is making sales all the time. You might be able to get into this to make $10 or $11. I just don't know if that's, you know, it's probably something I wouldn't get into right at this time. It is a 2003 hardcover book, so that's going to be up to you. But that was just kind of one example right there. So let's go through some more. All right, let's get out of that. All right. Understanding the Scriptures semester edition. So I see the lowest merch price is at $27.94 and the lowest FBA is $76.79. Ranks at 47,000, e-score of 30, which isn't horrible. Let's click into this and see if that $27.94 offer is still available. Again, if it's not there, that means somebody already popped on it, probably using eFLIP or something similar, and or maybe just a customer, it's gone. So that wouldn't be an opportunity right there. Here's the next one, 29 to 60. I want to see something that has a little more meat on the bone. So let's go to, how about this? World's Healthiest Foods, 28.59 to 77. Let's click into that. And it looks like somebody already got that deal. So I'm going to click out of that. All right. So here's one. The lowest price is $29.49. The FBA price is $139. That might be interesting. An okay e-score. It's got a rank of 63,000. This is probably going to be gone, but let's just see if it's there. Oh, well, here's one from $33. It does ship from the UK, which it's going to take a little bit of time to get it back. A couple things I want to mention as well. When you're buying books, from my research and my understanding, you want to make sure to take a look at the condition. You do not want to be buying books that have water damage. It's okay to buy in acceptable condition, people have been saying, but you really want to be careful. You want to not only read the description and make sure that there's no like horrible spine damage, water damage, pages missing, so on and so forth, but you also want to take a look at the seller, right? What's the seller rating? You know, are they a big bulk seller or are they just a little fish with 5 feedback at 50%? So you want to be really careful when it comes to choosing who you're going to be buying from. But let's just say that we're looking at this book for $33.71. Taking a look at the Keepa chart right here, I do notice, let's set this for a year. I do notice that in August and September, you see how this is going up and down, up and down. Those are sales that are coming through. So it's definitely selling, but I'm not seeing a ton of sales. Last year around this time, it looks like it spiked up to around 80, well, 92 used, 87 was Amazon was selling it new. It looks like people were selling it for 76 new as well. So you're seeing a couple sales, and then you see right around here, it starts to kind of like die out. You see how it's just going up and up. The rank actually got over 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, and it looks like a sale came through and it took the rank all the way down to 249, and then it kind of sat. So this isn't a fast selling book. I'm already seeing right now off the bat that this isn't a fast selling book, because you see how this green rank is just going up and up and up. A lot of people don't realize it. And I learned this from Caleb the other day. When a sale comes through, you can take a 1.5, a 1.3 million rank, and you could turn it into like 200,000, like instantly, just with one sale, which is pretty cool. So I'm not seeing a ton of sales coming through. So this might be a little longer tail. I do notice in August, September, you see a lot more spiking up and down. So it is selling more for textbook season. So there might be an opportunity there, but definitely between like October and May, I mean, it is like super dead with this book. So you can get this book for $33.71 right now. And if we hit Prime, you're going to see that the lowest price is actually, well, Amazon. They're selling it for $89. So I would undercut them, probably sell it for maybe like $83, $82. So let's see what happens if we were to get this for which one is it? Right here. You can actually hit the little calculator sign. If I was to get this for, let's just say 35 after all said and done, and sell it for, I don't know, even $79.99. I mean, that's a profit of $25.99 with a 74.2% ROI. So that is not bad at all. That's actually not a horrible deal. Prices might change. Again, this one is being shipped from the UK, but it looks like it's definitely trending in terms of if we move the Keepa chart back to August, September of 2017, it definitely starts to kind of trend a little bit in those times. You can see a lot of sales coming through. So that might be an interesting play right there. I'm actually interested. What do you guys think in terms of that deal right there? Would you be willing to spend $35 to make $26? Now, again, the prices might change, could go lower, could go higher. But that's the cool thing about using these charts is you can kind of get an idea of what the prices were going for. Last year, the prices were, just around $80 up to 92. You can actually see that Amazon's prices were changing a bit, moving from 80 to 85. They moved it up to 90 during the off season. And they actually just moved the price up to 89 recently from $72. You can also go into eFLIP as well, and you can hit this little camel sign, and you can also get some more data. Let's look at some more data over the last year to see what's going on. So I don't fully understand because I know this data will also show the merch pricing as well. So I'm kind of a little bit confused of how to use the camel software for the pricing. But you can see a downward trend of the used prices right there. You do see the Amazon prices and the new prices as well. So definitely take a look at camel, but that could be an opportunity right there. Jerry says, not me. Yeah, I don't think I'd be going for that one either, but it's not bad. It's just me being somewhat of a beginner using this software. I'd probably be looking for better deals, right? So let's take a look at this one right here. Okay. So we have a book called English 5 Student Work Text. Lowest price coming in at $26.47, selling for $74.99. The new buy box is $31.83. That's a little off-putting, actually. I don't know why the buy box is so low. Let me take a look at this listing to see what's going on. Maybe Amazon's really low. So I don't know why the buy box. Maybe they're giving one of the merchants the buy box. So it's a little sketchy. But anyways, the merchant price is actually gone. So somebody actually already took that deal. Let's check out this one. What do we have here? Looks like that deal was taken as well. I'm trying to figure out when the best time to use this eFLIP software is, because I notice a lot of times, like it'll show a price, but then it's gone. So I'm not sure why. Is it somebody snagging the deal? Is it a customer purchased it, or is there an error in the software? I'm not 100% sure why I click in and then the merch is gone. I think it's because it already sold. So, oh, this one looks interesting. So here's a book. Lowest is 23. Looks like FBA is 119. Why is the new buy box so low? I don't get it. Let me click into this and see what's going on. So I remember one thing that Caleb was telling me in one of his videos was that if the new price is so low, it could be a fake. So you do have to be careful with counterfeit textbooks, especially if you're, if you're buying like brand new books or like more current version books. I know there are a lot of fake textbooks out there. So that's something that I know Caleb was talking about in one of his videos. It's always a little suspicious when you see like a new price really low. Now, that could be somebody's repricer kind of going crazy and a little wacky. So I'm not exactly sure. So we got Side Hustle Pros. What's up, Charles? Saying somebody sniped it. Best time I found is super late at night. So that's awesome. So Charles is saying the best time to use this is late at night. And I actually saw a couple of your videos as well when I was learning. So that's cool. Dane says, recover from that. I say this to warn sellers to think strongly about not listing books with any difference from the Amazon listing. Be careful. Awesome tip right there. Dane says, I have sold well over 1,000 books. Only had 8 feedbacks and then got a neutral from a buyer for the book, having a different cover art. My 100% went from 83 real fast. I've been working hard to remove it. Yeah, it happens sometimes. So let's keep analyzing. Let's try to find some more deals. Here's a book, lowest 25, selling for 68. Let's click into that. So somebody sniped that as well. I'll be honest, when I've been using this software, it is a little bit annoying when, you know, it shows a low price and then somebody already sniped it. So I'm still trying to kind of like figure out how things work with this. But let's see if we could find a deal. Lowest 26, selling for 89, 25 e-score. So it looks like it's sold about 25 times over the last 6 months, 144,000 rank. Buy box is coming in at 91 new and 89 used. Hey, what's going on, Angie? Let's see if this one got sniped out as well. Okay, so it looks like we have something going on right here. So let's take a look at this. We have a book that's actually at $23.75. The condition is acceptable. Okay, so we have the lowest price, $23.75, used, acceptable. The seller has 1,685 reviews, 100% positive. Now, this being used acceptable is a little sketchy without having a description, because I wish that they would have said, hey, you know, it has water damage and I'd avoid it, or, you know, might have highlighting or something. Like, I'm not scared to buy acceptable, but I usually want to see some description to let me know what's going on. But Bookboy33 has a lot of reviews, 100% positive. So I might take a risk and buy this. Or maybe you guys can buy it because I'm not going to be buying with you guys live. But the lowest price is $23.75, and the lowest prime is actually 89. So this is something that might be interesting. This might be our first deal that we came across. But before we buy it, let's take a look again at what we're working with here. So again, just to recap, 23 bucks. It must have been a new listing that came in. Lowest buy box, the lowest FBA seller is 89. Okay. It's got a rank of 144,000, an e-score of 25, which means it's probably selling, a couple times a month or so, probably more, maybe 3-4 times a month. If I understand e-score correctly, someone help me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's it. And the lowest price is 89. So if we were to buy this at, let's just round it up to 25 and sell it for $89, this could be a potential profit of $41.74 with 167% ROI. But again, remember, there are no guarantees. You don't want to just buy it because it looks good. What you want to do is analyze the data. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a couple different tools. We're going to use the Keepa Chrome extension, which is free. As you see, it's up here in my Chrome extension area. Just download it, Keepa Chrome extension. And what we're going to do is take a look over the last year to see what the sales rank is doing. We also want to take a look at the price. We want to see if Amazon's been in stock, so on and so forth. So what I did is I extended out the Keepa chart 1 year. And you can already see that last year, the sales rank is dropping under 100,000. I mean, it's not super hot, but every time you see this going up and down, 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 that's a sale. So this is definitely selling pretty well between August and September. Classes start in September and it gets slow. High rank, sale, high rank, sale. And then it gets really, really slow between January and February. And then it starts picking up a little bit in March, a couple sales a month. And then again, August, September was really taking off. So I would predict that this book is going to start selling pretty quick. You know, I would actually go ahead and buy this book right now. Now, there's 5 customer reviews. One thing that I've been doing as well is I've been going into my Amazon seller app and I've been typing it in to make sure I'm not restricted. So I'm actually typing that in now to make sure that I'm not restricted. I'm not going to buy it, but I'm just doing it for the sake of this experience. So what I did is I actually found the listing. Let me make sure it's the right one. Cool. So yeah, I'm not restricted on this item. I would definitely double check to make sure you're not restricted. But this looks interesting. It looks like it's probably going to get pretty hot during August and September. Looks like you might be able to, turn $23 and make it, double your money, almost a 200% ROI. But again, remember, you are buying from somebody who is putting the condition as acceptable without any description right here. So I'd be interested. It's going to be up to your risk tolerance and what your business model is looking like. But that's not a bad deal right there. Jerry says, is eFLIP limited only to catch deals on Amazon only? I'd rather get an app to check all the other sites like eBay, blah, 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 blah. This is for Amazon. I don't know if there's any other softwares out there for that. I'm sure there is. Moniker says, so you're buying on Amazon and reselling on Amazon. Yes, you are essentially finding market inefficiencies between the merchant pricing and the FBA pricing. You can usually price your items a lot higher on Amazon, as a prime seller, FBA, and people will buy it. Okay. So most people buy from Prime. They want the 2-day free shipping. They want the easy returns. They trust Amazon. They think they're buying from Amazon, even though it's a third-party seller. And, the shipping's quick. You buy from merch sellers. A lot of these could take 7 to 14 days, even longer. People don't want to wait. So that's why people are willing to pay so much more FBA. So you're essentially turning a profit based on a market inefficiency between the merchant sellers and the prime sellers. Okay. Hey, John, what's going on? Yeah, Dane just made a good point. He says, Monica, it does work. You need a little more capital and the risk is a little higher, but you're sourcing from home, so it's not bad. Exactly. That's why I said, if you're a brand new bookseller, please don't use this. Okay. Just don't. You know what I mean? You're going to probably lose money. You've got to know what you're doing. You've got to understand how to read the Keepa charts, how to use camel. You've got to understand your fees, risk, reward, your business model, so on and so forth. I've been doing this for a long time and it's still a little tricky for myself. So, and I'm a rookie when it comes to using this software, but that's not a bad deal right there. I'm curious if any of the viewers snag this up. Nope. It looks like nobody bought it. So it's still sitting there nice and pretty. Again, it is acceptable, but that could be a good deal right there. I think you'd definitely be able to make some money on that. All right. Let's keep looking around to see what's going on. And again, guys, remember, I'm using these filters. Like if you wanted to, you could change the filter down. Like if you want, let me ask you guys, do you want me to change the filters up a little bit? Do you want me to search for cheaper books? Do you want me to look for books that are selling for, $4 or $5 and flip them for 15 or 20? We can do that. I would just, for me personally, and from my experience, it seems like people are saying that there's a lot more deals when you spend more money because a lot more people don't have the capital. And when you have more capital, you're willing to take a little bit less of a profit. Like for me, I would spend $50 all day to make $15. I would just do it because I've got enough capital. It's just sitting in the bank, little investments making 4%. So I would happily make a 40% ROI. But if you only have $500 in your bank or even a couple hundred, most people aren't going to be able to afford it, nor is it, they'd rather go to the thrift store, which I totally understand. So yeah, Monica says I'm new to books, but I have other stuff listed. So Monica, I wouldn't do this if you're new to books. I really wouldn't. I would stick with thrift stores and garage sales and get the hang of analyzing before you kind of move into it. So let's see if there's any more questions coming in. I'm going to just keep analyzing some deals with you guys live and see what happens. So here's a book, Journeys Student Edition. Lowest is $21.78. FBA is 100, buy box 100, 156,000 ranked, 12 e-score. So probably somewhat of a slower seller, but let's see if somebody sniped it or not. Again, it looks like Amazon's at 23.40. So I'm actually going to X out of that. I don't know why it's showing. It's not supposed to be showing Amazon because I have that filter set. So I'm not sure what happened there. Here's one, $24.99, 75. Let's check that out. Again, there's new prices coming in really low. So I'm not sure why. I'm going to X out of that one. Okay, let's take a look at this one right here. Tracking a blueprint for learning how 2818 is $28.13 is the lowest merch price if it hasn't been sniped already. Looks like the buy box used is coming in at 85. So there's definitely some money to be made there. A decent e-score at 25, 189,000 rank. Let's see if there's anything going on there or if that was sniped out. So it looks like somebody already got that deal. Now you might be getting a little discouraged saying, Steve, you keep clicking on all these things and the deals are gone. Well, welcome to capitalism. There's people out here who, they're sniping these deals. They're using this software all the time. But the cool thing is there's millions and millions and millions and millions of books. So, you can just keep going through and refreshing and you might find new opportunities. So don't get discouraged. It was a little discouraging for me, I'll be honest. And I'm just kind of flopping around right now, going through the pages. But it takes time. It takes time to learn something. Like every time I learn a new software, it's like super annoying. And I'm like, oh, this doesn't work. And then you're like, oh, wait, this is how you do it. Oh, this is how you found the opportunity. Like this is how the people who are succeeding are doing it. And I'm still kind of in that stage where I'm like trying to figure out what is working. Like I'm kind of seeing the opportunity, but it's going to take a little time. So I'm just kind of poking around. 22.19, 69.99. Let's see if this is there. All right. So it looks like we got something. Let's take a look. And if you guys are enjoying this video so far of me just kind of learning the software with you guys live, do me a favor and smash that like button. Looks like we got about 58 people watching live right now, 30 likes. So be sure to hit that like button. Again, if you guys want to try out this software, I did provide a free 21-day eFLIP trial in the description. So you can click that and get a 21-day free trial. And if you do get the trial through my link, I am throwing in a free bonus mastermind group. So all you got to do is send me an email at raikenprofit@gmail.com with a screenshot of your invoice for your free trial, and I'll put you in that group, and then we could all hang out and talk. And I'm going to be sharing deals that I pick up, and you guys can share deals, and I can help you to analyze them. So definitely be pretty cool. Dane says, do you end up selling a lot of books back to sellers due to bad condition? So again, Dane, I'm new to this. I pretty much explained that when I first got started, but if you just came in, from my understanding, I was talking to Caleb, who's the founder of this software. He says he has about a 7% refund rate. Okay. So let's put it this way. If you buy 100 books off of eFLIP using the software, you're probably going to have a 5 to 10% refund rate. I would just assume. He says he has about a 7%. So you might have books that aren't in the condition that they said, maybe an international edition or a book that has water damage, or maybe it's not the correct book. So I'm definitely, I'm certain that I'm going to have returns and issues, and there's probably going to be a certain percentage that don't sell. Maybe the market falls out, so on and so forth. So I would kind of start slow. That's how I'm doing it. I bought my first 6 books over the last couple of days, and I'm going to start slow. I'm going to send them in and see what happens, and just kind of slowly but surely learn how this works. So, all right. So here we have a book, Glencoe Math Accelerated Pre-Algebra. Before we look in the chart, let's just see what's going on here. So it looks like there's a couple books that you can get for 22 bucks. Okay. Now there is another Chrome extension you can install. I haven't gotten it yet. That'll show how many items are in stock. So like if there's only one, it'll say, or if there's like 50, it'll say. I know I need to get that. But I haven't gotten there yet. If you want, you can always go to add to cart and then like put in a number like 500, and it'll tell you how many pieces are in inventory, how many they have. So you can always check on that if you want to buy multiple ones to kind of get a control of the market. But here, let's just say that we can get this book for $22.21. The lowest FBA price is $69.99. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, I'm going to get this book for $22.19. If I sell this for $69.99, I'll make 133% ROI, which is $29.72. It all looks fine and dandy. It might be an awesome opportunity, but again, what we need to do is go in and analyze the deal. So it looks like this book has a rank of 315,000, e-score of 19. So it's sold about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 copies a month, something around there, maybe less, 3 to 4 copies a month. So it's not selling a ton. It's got a 315,000 rank, which is solid. The used buy box is coming in at 22.25, which isn't really good, which means the FBA seller actually isn't even getting the buy box. Or maybe, let me see what's going on here. 22. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on here. But anyways, if you take a look at the Keepa chart, if we move this back from a year, you can see that in August and September, this book is selling like a lot. Like not a ton, but I mean, it's dropping down to, 47,000, 76,000, 100. So it's probably selling every day, every other day, maybe every 3 or 4 days, something around there. So it definitely looks like this book was trending in August and September, moving into October. And you can even see right now, based on the chart, that the sales rank is dropped significantly. You can also take a look at the price trend, so on and so forth, and the new price as well. So if you go ahead and take a look at the new price, looks like new is in at 82. Okay. The lowest prime price is $69.99. Okay, so there's definitely a little bit of money to be made here. One thing I like to do is compare the conditions. I like to take a look at the other sellers' reviews, so on and so forth. So this might be a decent opportunity here as well. But again, it's not a super fast seller throughout most of the year, but it looks like it definitely is starting to pick up a little bit during textbook season. So if you guys have any questions, I'm gonna catch my breath for a second and see what's going on in the comments. So Matthew Osborne said, and again, if you see Matthew Osborne in the comments, he's one of the co-founders, I believe. I know he's partnered with Caleb Roth of eFLIP. So it's an honor to have Matthew in here. He says, out of the last 500 books I've sold, I've had 9 returns. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. George says, I never sell books as new. Textbook publishers will come and get you. Never had that experience, but I don't find a lot of new books. Most of the books I find are used. So that's pretty much the software. That's kind of how you use it. Again, you could change the filters. Like if you wanted to like go after, books that are priced, I don't know, between $5 and $10. And let's say they're, let's switch it up a little bit. So the used merchant prices, we're going to look for books that are between 5 and 10. We're going to look for FBA prices that sell between, I don't know, we'll say 20 and 60. Minimum used buy box. Let's say that the minimum buy box is 15. And Amazon will drop that down into, let's see, we'll say 40. Let's try to find some books that have a little higher of an E-score. Let's see if it comes back with anything. So Matthew says, I just confirmed with Caleb, an average return rate is expected to be about 2%. Okay, cool. So I was off. So that's even better. Awesome. All right. So this is really cool. I mean, I probably would have already purchased a couple books, and I'm just kind of having fun right here. But let's look at some other books right here. Okay, so here we have a book. I'm going to skip this since it's Korean edition. I'm not sure what that's all about. But here's a book called In Him. Looks like the lowest price is $670. FBA is coming in at $22.94. 115,000 rank, which is solid. 63 E-score. So this book is definitely selling. Let's see if this book is available. Okay. So I don't like when I see all these new books really low. I'm not sure what's going on here. So I'm going to skip this. I'm not sure what's going on there, to be honest. So I'm going to just kind of skip over that. I don't know if maybe I have a filter that's off somewhere. But anyways, let's skip that. 865 to 2477. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so that book was actually sniped out. That actually would have been a really good book. So that's not going to work. Here's a book called The Tradition of Excellence, Book 2. Looks like the lowest price is $846. FBA is coming in at $27.29. 55 E-score, 123,000 rank. Let's see if that book is available or if somebody sniped that out. Okay, so it looks like that book is gone as well. I am seeing a lot of books coming in really low new. So Matthew, let me know what your thoughts are if you're still in the chat. why am I seeing so many books that are coming through as new, like super low? Could this possibly be, a fake? I mean, this guy has 68,000 reviews. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Is it a repricer mistake? Is it a pricing mistake in general? Not sure what's going on there, but I'm going to skip over that one as well. Okay. Believe in Yourself. 92 e-score, 130,000 rank. Let's see if this one's available. Okay. So again, why are these new prices coming in so low? This is what I don't understand. Let me see what's going on. Jerry's saying my guess is a liquidator. So I'm really not sure. I wish I could change the filter. I thought I had the filter set. Let me move this up. Trying to see max Amazon price, max buy box price, max use price. That might help. Let me see if that helps. Because I really don't want to be buying books and flipping them for a higher price than new, even if it's a merch. I mean, I've had success doing it in the past, but I just don't love doing it. Okay. So here's a book called Peppa Pig, 782 to 33. Before I analyze it, let's just see if there's a book there. And again, the new price is okay. That's only 21. So that's not too bad. Okay. So let's take a look what we have going on here. So we have a book in good condition. It looks like it's from the UK. So today's date is, what is the date today? Today's like the 16th or something, somewhere around there. So this is going to take 2 to 4 weeks to ship. So that really sucks right there. So I'm actually going to skip this book as well because I don't want to be buying from the UK. What do we have here? Let's see. Okay. So, okay. Looks like we have something interesting here. Okay. All right. So we have a book for $5.49. So I could literally buy this book for $5.49 right now. It's called Theory, Practice, and Trends in Human Services. Has 25 reviews. Lowest price I could buy it for $5.49. Prime is coming in at $21.95, but that's acceptable. There is a good coming in at $21.97, and then it actually pops up to $35 and $37. So you could go third or fourth in place and try to get that $35, or you could even just try to go with like a $22 price point. But let's just see if I was to buy this for $6, $5.49, sell it for $22. Still double my money. That's 111% ROI. Now, is it going to be worth it for you to go through this process, have a merchant ship it to you? Then you have to analyze it, make sure it's in good shape, put it in a box, ship it to FBA for $6. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe you have a virtual assistant who's doing this for you, or maybe you're just at home all day sourcing a bunch of $5, $6 books. It might be worth your time. I don't know if that's a good deal. Or what you can do, if the graphs of Keepa and Camel look good, you go third and fourth in line and try to get that, that $35 price. And now you're looking at a $15 profit, which is a $282 ROI. So that might be a better deal. Let's go into the graph and see what's going on with this. So first and foremost, this is ranked at, what's the rank? It's 149,000 rank, 35 e-score. So it is selling, maybe once or twice a week, something like that. If you take a look at the graph, let's move this back a year. It really starts to pick up. You could even see moving into August, the sales really start to pick up, the sales velocity, especially moving right into September, even through mid-September, moving into October, it starts to really slow down. But again, it looks like you see this little dip. The sales rank is getting extremely low. It just starts to really pop off. And you see how it's happening in January, February. This is textbook season. So this book seems to get really popular based on when school season is coming in. So I like that. That's a really good sign. This is actually a book that I would buy. I would definitely buy this book. I would probably price it at $35. I would buy it for $5. And again, if I was to buy this book for $5.49 and price it for, let's just say $35, that's a $17 profit. So if anyone's watching, that's not a bad deal right there. So that's another cool little opportunity. Again, sourcing books from home. Now, Is there a chance you could get this book and it's not going to be what you want it to be? Maybe it's damaged. Maybe it's the wrong book. Maybe it's international version. There's a chance. So what I would do to minimize that risk is I would take a look at the seller to just make sure their feedback. I mean, this seller has 95% feedback, 62,000 reviews. Cool thing is, if there's a return that you have to put in, it auto accepts the refund, the return. So you could just ship it back to them. But good feedback. This is a good opportunity. There's a couple different books here coming in. Even the $8.93 might be a good opportunity. So I definitely think that's a cool little deal right there. I'd buy that, but I'm not going to buy it because I'm going to let anyone who wants to scoop that up go for it. But that's cool. So I want to know what you guys think about this software so far. I'm going to be kind of documenting my journey over the next couple of months using this, and I'll be sharing with you guys some of the pros and cons, some of the things I love, maybe some of the things that annoy me, which I'm sure there'll be some. It's like that with every software and every business that you're in. But I'm really going to be giving this a hard shot because this is right up my alley. As you guys know, I'm a busy guy. I run multiple businesses. I'm running a YouTube channel, a personal brand, Shopify stores. I'm a busy guy. Plus, I'm huge into fitness and health. Just gotten a new relationship recently, which is really cool. I'm excited about. So I'm a busy guy. I'm looking to find ways to build my income that don't require me to spend so much time. Do I love going to thrift stores? Yes. Do I love going to garage sales? Yes. Do they make me so freaking excited? Yes. But it just takes a bit of time with my schedule. It would be so much easier for me to be able to just sit at home, spend an hour a day, source 15, 20 books, and, go from there. So is this going to work out for me? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But I can tell you right now, there's plenty of people who I've talked to who are much smarter than I am, like Caleb Roth and Reezy Resells. And there's a bunch of people. I know Matthew's in the comments. Who are having success with this. So I'm kind of just trying to figure it out and just want to share my journey with you guys. We got Biohazard Picker in the comments, who is a well-seasoned reseller. I'm curious, Adam, do you have any experience with the eFLIP software? Have you done any online arbitrage with books? Would love to hear what your thoughts are on that, the good and the bad. John says, how often throughout the day is eFLIP database updated? I believe a couple of times. And that's why we're kind of seeing some books. Like, for example, we're seeing a book right here that says $7.89. But if you click into it, it might be gone. Let's see if it is. So it's $7.89 is gone. So that means somebody bought it. So it looks like the software is only updated a couple of times, which is a little, I guess a little annoying or disappointing. I don't know what you want to say, but they could only update it so many times. They're doing the best that they can. I'm sure it's a big process to do that. So, that's pretty much it. Again, I've been using the Outliers version of this. You can look just for CDs. I don't have that. I just have the Outliers and then the all books. I'm not 100% sure the difference between using this filtering system and the Outliers. It seems like the Outliers has one additional functionality to be able to look for the FBA pricing versus this, it doesn't. So I'm going to try to get Caleb Roth or Matthew on the show, on the channel one of these days to really help me a little bit more, because I'll be honest with you guys, there's a couple things that I feel like I need to learn. So I'm just kind of sharing with you guys my journey and maybe some opportunities and stuff. But Matthew says Outliers allows you to see the FBA prices. Yeah, that's what I thought the only difference was. So I still definitely need to practice, but that's what I'm going to be doing, guys. I want to share these types of things with you to prove that people who are successful, and I plan on being successful with this, they always start at a place where they're not successful and they don't know what they're doing. Never be ashamed of being a beginner. Never be ashamed of not knowing what you're doing, right? Just be honest with people. Be like, hey, I'm starting this new business. I'm starting this new software. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm learning and I'm going to put my best foot forward and I'm going to network with people and I'm going to start slow and figure things out. That's exactly what I'm doing here. So hopefully, you found value in this video. Again, there is a 21-day free trial that you can go ahead and sign up for, and you can play around with this and learn. Maybe this was able to help you a little bit and kind of get your feet moving. They do have a eFLIP University as well. So I'm not sure if the free trial is going to give you this or not, but there's a whole bunch of stuff behind the scenes with videos and tutorials and stuff. So I actually watched a couple of these. I have a couple more that I do need to, research, but this is kind of like step one for me, learning the software. I bought my first 6 books. I'm sure I'm going to make some mistakes, but that's what, business is all about. Getting started, taking action, making a mistake, getting knocked down, learning from that mistake, improving, setting up a system. I'm going to have spreadsheets all set up. I'm going to have a system set up. So I'm going to kind of just share my journey with you guys over the next couple of months and let you know how I do, ups and downs, pros and cons. But hopefully this was kind of like a good introductory beginner course for you guys, like a little, keep your eyes open to the opportunity, and maybe you could play around with it and see if it works for you. But I'm really big into anything that allows me to be able to scale my time, right? And be more efficient. So this is cool. I enjoyed making this video for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video as well. If you have any questions, drop a question down below and I'll see if, Matthew or Caleb can maybe get in the comments and answer them for you. I'm going to see if I could talk to Matthew and Caleb and try to get them on the show to give a better, explanation video, and maybe do some live sourcing as well, because I know I'm definitely, a beginner when it comes to this. But that's what it's all about, guys. Stay humble. Don't try to pretend like you know it all if you don't. Be humble. Start with where you are. But just, put your best foot forward and keep learning and growing. And that's the key. I know so many people who are 6, 7, 8-figure sellers, and you don't have to be the brightest bulb to make it in this business. You just have to keep trying and keep growing and keep learning and keep networking. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate you all watching this video. Jerry says, thanks so much, Steve, for this live chat and all YouTube uploads. Much appreciated. Jerry, thank you so much. I appreciate you. John Benzia says, thanks for the video. The info does help out. Awesome. Awesome. Lynn says, it isn't about the goal. It's about the journey. Awesome, Steve. Yep. That's what it's all about, Lynn Brown. Thank you so much. CB Guitars. This is the replay is going to be up, so you can just start from the beginning, but I appreciate you tuning in, CB. Golden Opportunity says, for folks interested, I coach people or entrepreneurs who have trouble staying on task. Appreciate that, Golden Opportunities. Biohazard Picker, thank you. Matthew Osborne, I appreciate you tuning in. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this, hit the like button. This is just video 1. I'll be coming back with a bunch of videos using this software and kind of sharing how to use it and sharing some of my results. Maybe I'll come with like an eFLIP update of like my first 20 books that I sent in and share like what sold and what didn't. That might be fun. But yeah, guys, appreciate you all. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys did sign up for the free 21-day trial through my link in the description, send me an email at raikenprofit@gmail.com and I'll add you into our secret Facebook group where we can all share our journey with each other and help each other out to succeed. So appreciate you guys. Have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.